Hi, welcome to our daily encounter. Today we're going to be dealing with a story in which the sons of Joseph come to Joshua and they complain about the amount of land that they received. They say, you know what, we are a very numerous people and this little small strip of the land of Ephraim is not enough. And so they want Joshua to do something about it. And Joshua says, you know what, you guys, if you want more land, why don't you go out and get it? And and then you'll have more land. And the sons of Joseph say, no, 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 no. Even if we get this land over here, it's not going to be enough for us. And the Canaanites in that land have iron chariots, which is a bit humorous because if you think about it, God had conquered 31 kings right before their eyes in very powerful and mighty ways, and they're worried about these iron chariots. But in either case, they make these excuses. And Joshua gives them an encouraging word. He says, you know what, you guys are strong, you guys are numerous. Go out and get the job done. You can do it. And so I really love this story because it really speaks to us in the way that we respond to the Lord a lot of times in our spiritual lives. You know, we look at our sphere of influence, we look at our spiritual lives and where we're at and what we're accomplishing for the Lord, how much fruit we're bearing. And maybe sometimes we go to the Lord and kind of complain. We say, Lord, you know, I just wish I was more influential. I wish I had more gifts, more talents. I wish I was doing more for the church. I wish I could reach out to more people. I wish I could share the gospel with people. And we're just looking for an expansion of our influence in either in the community, in our families, or wherever. And what we find is that the same word that Joshua gave to the sons of Joseph is the same word that God gives to us. That you want to expand your influence, your gifts, your talents, your works, well, get up and go do it. Sometimes we have to just step out. We have to get out and just go, trusting in the Lord. And knowing that if we trust in Him, that we can expand, we can grow. But what we do a lot of times is we begin to make excuses like the sons of Joseph did. We begin to say, Lord, well, you know, I would get out and go, but I'm not really that good of a speaker. I'm not very knowledgeable. They might ask me questions that I don't know. I'm not very gifted, so I can't really do a whole lot for the church. Or maybe I just have one little gift and I don't really think it's significant in comparison to what everybody else is doing. And we make all these different excuses. Well, we have to not do that. When we start making excuses, what we're doing is we're challenging God's ability to help us. You know, there was a lot of people in the scriptures who made excuses when God had called them to do something. You might think about Gideon. Gideon complained, or didn't complain, but he made the excuse that, hey, who am I? I'm just from this small clan. I can't accomplish a lot. I can't go up against this large army that's before us. Or you might think about Moses, who was supposed to go and speak to Pharaoh to tell Pharaoh to let God's people go, and he's like, no, I'm slow of speech. You know, I can't really speak that well. In all those cases, God always was their strength, and He gave them the ability to do it. So as they stepped up and stepped out, God stepped in and helped them and guided them through the process, and they ended up being very, very successful at what God had called them to do. As a matter of fact, they were more than successful. They went above and beyond everyone else's expectations. And the same can be true with us as well. But we got to stop making excuses, and we have to stop just placing it all on the Lord, as though, you know, just as they did with Joshua. Well, you do something about Joshua, and we might sometimes say, Lord, you do something about it, when all the while the Lord's expecting us to do something about it, with having in mind that He's going to help us through the process. And if we do that, then we will expand, we will grow, our influence will grow, our fruits will grow, our works for the Lord will grow. We'll be more effective in the church, more helpful in the church. a lot of things can happen, but again, we have to step up and step out if we want those things to happen. Now, sometimes we just need an encouraging word. Joshua gave the sons of Joseph an encouraging word. He said, you know what, you guys are strong enough, you're numerous, go out and get it done. And maybe that's what it takes for us, maybe to get some people in our lives who are positive and who will help us and give us the courage that we need to encourage us. But even if we don't, just knowing that we have the Lord on our side, knowing that God is with us, should be encouragement enough for us to say, you know what, I'm tired of waiting around and waiting for it to happen. It's time to get up and make it happen with the Lord's help. So that's our word of encouragement today. I hope you guys find it useful. I do thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.